submission.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Big shots landed by him now. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment.
You ready? You ready? Good.
So here he is, the youngest champion in UFC history. Another massive spot for Johnny Bones Jones. We'll see how he approaches the early going here. Nice mix of knockouts and submissions. Hard to find any sort of weakness thus far in the UFC career of one of the greatest of all time. Jones takes the center of the octagon.
Beautiful fight he lands to the head. Oh, it landed. He hurt it.
Oh, he lands another huge knee. How much more can he take? Wow, strong roundhouse kick there. Oh, big knee. All right, no surprise to see Johnny Bones Jones open with some of those long-range weapons and finding some early success in this one.
That's exactly what he does. He throws the front kick to the leg, and he throws those lead kicks to the body. He's long, he's 6'4" for the weight class, and he has learned masterfully how to fight with his height and his range. All those long-range weapons are Jon Jones' calling card.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Jones is pretty swollen now in that jaw area. It doesn't appear to be affecting him all that much, but he's absorbed a lot of strikes to the head. Got to figure out a way to raise the guard. Somehow, his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Lands a big elbow there. Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye. Quick entry to get... Oh!
What a huge takedown.
I mean, do I survive that, or am I read my last rights?
Absolutely not. You don't survive that. It's over. It's over, John.
Jones is in half guard.
Great job not only reversing the position, but getting to your dominant position.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Walker's able to transition back to side control now.
He's got to start throwing down.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Liver kick. If you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off.
Jones is now dealing with a cheek cup. Oh, you talk about mixing the martial arts. Perfect strategy here. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
And just like that, we have arrived at the start of our second round. Johnny Walker. And, of course, the future UFC Hall of Famer, the all-time great Jon Jones. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up from him. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. That will do it! Jon Jones! No judges needed this time around.
Oh, my goodness.
Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle it.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, well, he might be the best volume striker in the game. Max Holloway back on the proving ground. We'll see if he can get the hands going early in this fight. And not a guy who needs much of a feeling out process. He's probably going to throw 500-plus strikes tonight unless he gets a finish. All eyes on Max Holloway, as usual, as we get this one started. Oh, big right hand, yes. That one connected. To the body, and it lands. Nice job moving off the center line. He slips to avoid that right hand. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson one, in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Both guys appeared to land there. Topuria's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Massive head kick. Big hook. Well, as usual, Max Holloway punches and bunches, putting it all here together. I'm just not sure how much more volume his opponent can take.
on his way out of the fight.
Oh, a big left hand! Well, fortunate that one didn't land to the head. The hook shot blocked by Topuria. All right, well, that blow is bossing from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
The strikes continuing to pile up. 27 total strikes have landed for Max Blessed Holloway. Just out of range with that left hook. All right, breaking the action here. No surprise to see the referee call for the doctor to look at that eye, which is essentially swollen shut at this point.
Yeah, it's swollen shut. I mean, the end swell is not working. Sometimes the swelling is too much, and you have to save the fighter from themselves.
He's taking a close look. Going back to the referee. Looks as though he's going to allow the action to continue. Fans like that.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, if any fighter can go 10 hard fives, it's probably Max Holloway. So let us see how he approaches the early portions of this round. This is a guy who has put forth statistically the most amazing striking performance I have ever seen against Calvin. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that fist.
45 seconds to go here in round one. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Topuria's cut on his cheek is nasty, leaky. That thing is leaking bad now. Final seconds here of round one.
Nice.
Round two straight ahead. All right, the round is over. Gut check time for him now. You see the cut on his cheek has gotten really bad. And even though it's not affecting his vision, if it gets any worse, the doctor will be called in. And I can assure you, he's going to have no choice but to stop this fight. All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two.
Very fast leg kick lands.
Well, hard to imagine we would get this late in the fight and have the BJJ practitioner not attempt a single takedown. What gives?
I have no idea. He's not even tried to get this fight to the ground. I don't know what's happening, or maybe something happened earlier in the fight that's deterred him from fighting the fight that we have come to expect from this guy. I mean, I cannot believe what we are watching.
Topuria is an absolute mess right now. There's blood everywhere. I'm not so sure they're not going to stop this fight right now.
On his first test in elementary school. Elbow deep, what a high impact takedown that was. In the half guard.
Oh!
He did a great job of reversing the position.
Man, there's so much blood on the canvas, yes, and now the referee steps in to call on the doctor. I think I can actually see his gum line. There's a hole in his cheek.
I mean, the cut on the cheek is bad, but it also is the swelling that accompanies that cut that is going to cause this guy a lot of problems.
Yeah, that'll do it. I don't need to see the teeth through the side of his face. That's going to be the end of the fight, and athlete will live to fight again, but certainly a disappointing conclusion to this one. All right, we got some replays for you now as the doctor comes in to stop the fight midway through this round. Just a lot of damage sustained, and the doc had seen enough.
And in a bad spot. You know, a lot of times we talk about a cut on the cheek not being too bad, but it was a target for his opponent, and he kept going to it. He didn't make defensive adjustments. So it looked like this fight was going to continue in the way that we had seen it play out to that